Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that notification bell on the right hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock time. Like always, thank you for tuning in to KR Culture Radio. King Jordan, what's going on? What's cracking lacking? What is cracking lacking? What's cracking?
Man, just living the dream.
Hey man, feeling good. Just fresh out the shower, man, and I'm feeling amazing. Let's go. Let's get it.
Yeah, and shout out to those that I be going to different people channel. I see that they really be promoting the show. Shout out to you guys, especially Barry White. They kicking in when I was getting off from work. I was like, maybe just tune in, see what she. I'll be listening to her sometimes, see what she's talking about. And she love her some KR Culture Radio. So I really do love the support. And not only that, but also we also love the support as well because some people actually go back and watch the replay and people laugh about it. They're like, what? What did I just hear? So shout out to y'all. Go and watch the playback on Facebook, Instagram, and also YouTube. But that being said, Jordan, go ahead, do your thing. Go ahead, take off. I'll be right back.
All right. What's going on, people? What's going on? And like I said, we appreciate you guys for watching us. As you saw, we see we be doing it consistently on a consistent basis. We do live channels on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays all the time. No days off. Because we do it for you guys. We appreciate it. So let's get into it. So we got a couple of topics for you guys that we do all the time. Pretty good topics to talk about. To get you guys entertained, get you guys thinking, you be happy, laughing, mad, whatever. But we got y'all. So this topic is going by. It was still kind of trending, but a couple of days ago, as you guys didn't know, there was alleged that Nelly and Ashanti was having a baby. A lot of the bloggers confirmed it. One blog, I think it was from Tasha Cash, he said, she's not pregnant or anything, And we're just trying to figure out, let them confirm, Nelly and Ashanti confirm about being pregnant. But there was a TikToker / podcaster. Her name is Amani Talks. She has a podcast called Amani Talks. Shout out to her. She has a podcast on YouTube and she also has Instagram as well. And she was saying some real things about how middle-aged men who do not marry the woman middle-aged men who do not marry the woman, meaning as celebrities like Nelly, he's in his 50s and everything, and this is not his first time, be with Ashanti. This is his second time be with Ashanti. But before that, he was in a very, very long-term relationship and everything. You remember the last chick name? Hakeem, what was his name? What her name was?
Shantae she was with Floyd Mayweather before.
There you go. Thank you. They've been together for a long time. And as you can see, Nelly, he never married. Not even never married, never even popped the question.
Also, remember, he was with her for 7 years.
There you go. Hi, Ash. Good to see you on the chat. Good to see you. Make sure you hit the like button. So, yeah, and then, like I said, there was a TikTok, the same amount. She was talking about, the alleged story came out as Nelly and Ashanti was saying there was, having a baby. She was just saying, like, how can Ashanti, like her, try to have a baby right here, but never ask for an engagement or marry or anything. And she was saying, not just her, but there's some of these women that's, in a celebrity field, or maybe some Instagram models who are really kind of promoting the baby mama thing instead of getting in the ring and, before it didn't have a baby. There's been a lot. There are some of these IG models or influencers who talk about these dating advices and everything about, don't get pregnant by a broke man, or don't get pregnant by this man. Make sure you get married. Make sure you have all the qualities that you need for that man, and make sure you get engaged. Make sure you engage and get married and get married and didn't have a baby. But not just Ashanti's. There are some women out here who don't, they go out here and they be with somebody for a long time, and then after that, instead of getting married or possibly getting engaged or just even then about, talk about about getting married. They get pregnant by some of these men.
Mm-hmm.
And some of these women who are influencers, when we see when they get pregnant, it's like, and people as in us, as we see, they talk about also about, we listen to them about relationships, and they see them getting pregnant, and it's kind of prone that baby mama style and everything. Which makes you think? I got another name for you. I believe Cam Newton, the former NFL player, podcaster. He has a great show on his YouTube. Shout out to him. He has a girlfriend who, he has two. Now he has three baby moms because there was one, the baby mom that he has now. I think her name is Jasmine Brown, Watch Jazzy and everything. She was kind of an influencer who talk about relationships and everything. But when she got pregnant by Cam Newton, they was like, wait a minute now, why, and then she was promoting like she was pregnant, said baby mom number 3 and everything. And people look at her side eye and everything because she was supposed to influence, talk about relationships, don't mess with these broke men or make sure you get married, all the type of things. But she's kind of promoting the baby mama lifestyle in a way. So, and it kind of, and it's trending right now because it's with her and really, really Ashanti and everything. Like I said, we still don't know if Ashanti is pregnant or not. It's alleged, but we don't know until they come out and they confirm it from their Instagram, or they confirm it from themselves. So we're gonna play the clip about a TikToker / podcaster, how she's really, really breaking it down with the Ashanti and the Nelly of their relationship, and after that we're gonna chop it up. Go ahead, King. Shout out to Liberated Soul, we see you. Shout out to Gore, Ken Dog, Ash A, we see you.
I told y'all that there's somebody out there for everybody, and what one woman is not willing to accept, another woman is there with her hands out waiting for crumbs. That's exactly the situation that reminds me of this whole Nelly and Ashanti relationship, right? He was with that other woman for nearly a decade. And she went on that show and she said, I don't want to be just a baby mama. I want to be a wife. Like I want it to be love, marriage, baby, and in that order. And we don't know why they broke up, or at least I don't know why they broke up. And now he's rebounding with Ashanti, and let's just call it what it is. It's a rebound, sis. Like, it's a rebound. I hate to see Ashanti going out bad like this, because honestly, when I saw that she was pregnant, in my head, I said, yikes. Because already, sis, and why didn't you make him marry you? But this is a middle-aged man who did not marry the woman that he was engaged to for 7 years. And he's probably not going to marry Ashanti either. And if we're really keeping it a buck, probably the only reason that he's with Ashanti is because he's already middle-aged and he's nearing the end of his life. And he wants somebody to spend the rest of his life with, and he wants a kid. And Chantel was not going to give him a kid without marriage. A lot of black women are too comfortable being the baby moms. Now, Chantel was like, I'm not going to be a baby mom. But Ashanti was like, oh, please, please love me. I'll be your baby mom. Girl. Remember when I told y'all that...
And that's the biggest questions right there. The question I want to ask is, are women are being too comfortable trying to be baby mamas and trying to really push, or trying to get in marriage and get married and then after that have kids and everything. And like I said, not just for the Ashantis, there's some of these influencers are doing the same thing that Ashanti is doing as well. Not just men that are in the middle age or men that have, has a high value or has a lot of money, they'll just get pregnant, maybe they just want to get a bag and everything. So I just want to see that. So I'm gonna pass it to you guys. I'm sorry to you, Hakeem, till Ronnie comes back. Do you feel that women are pushing on being baby mothers than to be wives?
No, I don't think so. I don't think that they initially go into that. I think that things happen and they make decisions that lead to these things. I think generally, like even a lot of us men, a lot of us was raised in houses by fathers, but some of us tend to end up becoming baby daddies. You know what I mean? A lot of women by a young age want to be wives. They want to be mothers, and you get in love with somebody. And I don't want to always use that as an excuse. I'm just only speaking for a certain amount of people because I don't want to blanket it, because people would say that. Let's not speak in generalities. Some women get into situations and they fall in love with somebody thinking it's their forever person, and then they have a baby. That's one aspect of it, because it's a multi-layered situation. Then you got the whole grape situation. That's another aspect. Then you got the incest situation. That's another aspect. Then you got the it's a free for all. I'm from the streets. So, you know what I mean? There's no statistics for this to be like, hey, I want to be a baby mama, because we only going by what we see on the internet. So I don't think women signed up to be baby mothers. I just think that there's some decisions that play out to that.
Yeah, I kind of agree for the aspects. Like I said, it's a lot of different circumstances for women. I believe like majority of women, you know, with their kids or their teenagers, I feel like, you know, a lot of women, they do want to be married at some point and everything, you know, especially, you know, watching with Disney and everything, you know, having a fantasy of being married, you know, having a wedding, having kids, you know, and I believe a lot of men want that. But, you know, there are sometimes when situations happens for women that's in their teenage years, when she might be, you know, pregnant in her teens, situation could happen in her 20s, situation could happen in her 30s, situation could happen in your 30s and 40s and everything. With a thing like what Ashanti is, you know, I feel like, you know, I feel like with Ashanti, she always wanted to be with Nelly, and she always wanted, you know, kind of be married with Nelly and everything. But the thing is with Nelly, you know, I still think she knows this is like, you know, I don't think Nelly knows he's not the marrying type. She knew that the first time she was with him and everything. And I don't know, you know, what his mindset is now, you know, because I know her, you know, him and you know, Ashanti, you know, they're rekindling things again, and everything's looking good and everything. They look like they're having the best time in their lives and everything. But we just don't know if Nelly's is going to pop the question, if he's going to, you know, marry her and everything with that situation. With Ashanti, like I said, we don't know yet. Like I said, maybe they break it off, you know, maybe he will, maybe we don't, you know. But the thing is, like I said, with the pregnancy, we still don't know, and we just got to find out and everything. And I think like I'll just say this, with influencers, I'll say sometimes by the influencers sometimes where they kind of promote relationships and everything, and you know, and I just look at them like, you know, what situation are they in right now? You know, are they in a relationship? Are they single? You know, or are they married and everything? Because, you know, everybody got this 2 cents about relationships. You know, married or not, single, just gotta break up, whatever and everything. I just feel like with, you know, I just say a lot of influencers, they push it in there. They push, you know, to not mess with certain men or make sure the man has their stuff together. But I feel like sometimes when with influence, where they don't practice what they preach. And then when sometimes they get pregnant out of nowhere, they get pregnant and they're not married or not engaged and everything. We kind of look at them as side eye, as saying like, wait a minute, you was promoting all this, but you're not living what you're speaking. And that's right there. It could, to me, that could, situations like that could be very, very tricky. And the thing is, it's like, you know, I feel like women do listen to these influencers. They do want to have a right guy. They do want to get married, but they just feel like sometimes when they see some influencers who don't practice what they preach, they just look like, wait a minute, you know, why, you know, you tell me all these things about, you know, how to find a good man, or make sure, you know, and, court my man, and make sure, you know, if I see a man that's doing something I don't like, you know, dismissing everything, or, you know, just, you know, I'll be bad and be single by myself. But what they see some influencers do the opposite, they just is like, wait a minute, not like, yo, why you not doing what you're supposed to do? Why you not doing what you're saying? You know, why you not practicing what you're preaching? And I feel like sometimes, you know, women, sometimes when women see that, I know for men, we stay quiet. We don't kind of say anything. Because usually, because like when women see something like that, they usually want to be chatting on the Instagram or Facebook, something like that. Men sometimes do that, but men, we don't really say anything. We're like, oh, okay, you know, we kind of see this coming, or we kind of feel like we kind of know what the situation is. But but going to the question, I don't feel like women are pushed to be baby mamas. I just feel like there's sometimes where they see certain things like Ashanti, or they see certain influencers, they kind of practice what they preach, and it kind of give it a kind of a bad, I don't want to say bad name, but kind of a bad rep of, you know, women is not promoted. They're not promoted, but they're just seeing, you know, some of these influencers who's doing stuff like that, and it's kind of giving a bad rep. I'll just say that.
Definitely. I want to highlight this comment that Motivation Vision said, and something that Maya Reed. She said most babies are oops baby, and they just decide to keep the baby, and a lot of them get deleted, which is a true statement. Mm-hmm. Now, Maya also said that I think that Ashanti didn't want to miss her last chance of getting a baby, and I want to touch in on that. You have a lot of women who get into these situations. They waited, dated. Still can't find a man that they want. And the one that they do stick with the longest does not want to commit. So they get into a situation where they get into a routine. And as the routine happens, kids are produced in this. And this is where we have to be very careful on how to analyze these type of things and say, oh, you had a not understanding the full scope of this. Most women who are older now wish they had an oops baby, because the market of men did not provide them husband material. Let's be honest about it. Mm-hmm. So when we look at it, hopefully they'll find their mate at an older age, because when people are a little bit more settled in their ways. So when I look at this and I say, okay, you want a husband, but you also want a child, and that's a natural instinct in you. That's not something that you thought about. Everybody has a natural instinct of wanting to produce kids and have children. It's just the laws of nature. The way we have it, that sometimes we can control and cannot control. But I think that to dictate that is a thing. Ashanti, on the other hand, I got to give her credit. She was 19 when she got on. She got with Nelly, broke up with Nelly due to a pressure relationship by the label guy. And this is something that I know for a fact. She only got into a relationship with Irv Gotti because he had that dangling over in her head. You were dealing, you know what I mean? You dealing with an older man. After that, she hasn't dated, hasn't been with nobody for damn near 20 years. 20 years.
And we have Irv Gotti still, we don't know, but he probably still crying over his Ashanti.
100 still crying over. And listen here, he has a woman that he can go be with, which is his baby mama. Mm-hmm. That he had 2 kids with. She's still single. She still doesn't have nobody. So he's looking for something that he already have. So, but here's the thing. Some women will meet a man that they know that he just understands me. I bet you 100%, and I'm gonna pass this to you, that Nelly and Ashanti has an understanding, and she just wants to be in a partnership. If it turns to marriage, so be it. If it doesn't, listen, the market has these women thinking like that. If men are not trying to get married, what they're gonna do? Okay, we'll just be in a partnership. Whenever he feel like he ready, we'll do it. But they're not gonna skip and try to go find another man to try to relearn and probably end up getting their ass whooped or end up in a situation. I'm just with John. I know he ain't trying to get married, but we together and he not trying to do nothing. Hopefully it can prosper into something.
And I want to talk about that too, and really communicate about, you know, marriage and everything. Because I feel like sometimes, especially with women, they'll wait but they really don't communicate to say, hey, am I wife material? Do you see me as somebody I could be marriage material? And I think that should be discussed more, because a lot of people don't do that, especially in their 20s or in their 30s. They just feel like, maybe he'll change their mind. It's not like that. I'll tell you I'll tell you, like in my situation, when me and my wife was in Jordan, living in Miami, I really didn't have, like, living in Miami. I didn't have the mindset of have a marriage in my mindset. Why? Because I was living in Miami. Miami's a fun city. It's a lot of fun, clubbing, drinking, all that type of stuff. And, I didn't have a mindset to be married once I kind of say I want to move to a different state or a different location. And my wife was kind of waiting and everything. And but once we start, we kind of got done with Miami, and we kind of want to move to a different location. I was like, okay, if we're gonna move, I got to propose to her. Because it was either Atlanta or California. And I know myself when I move, if I'm gonna go to California, I'm gonna have a family. So once we could agree on moving to a different state, I was like, okay, I gotta put the ring on, and let's start a family and everything. And for men, I feel like, they really discuss, are they, in a certain aspect of their life, in their 20s, or maybe don't have the money for to have a family, maybe they need to build their money up and everything. I think for men, this is a lot of situations they don't really discuss about, if I'm a married material, or it's like, okay, if I have kids, do I want a family or not? And I feel like, men should discuss it with other men, men in your family, your friends, your boys, whatever, and just figure out, am I at the right stage in my life to get married, or should I wait till I'm in my 30s or in my 40s, or looking at my finances, am I financially ready to, be in a marriage and have kids? And I feel like, men should really talk about, about that, to they, really think about it and talk about that to their, a family or a friend. And to the woman aspect, if they're in a relationship, they keep waiting, you gotta make sure it's hey, if I'm the right person for you to be married, am I their right material? Be honest. And I feel like women, like I said, they kind of wait, or they just wait and they feel like the man's gonna change their mind. But usually the man's not gonna change their mind unless you talk to him. And if he's not the marriage material, you should break it up, because if the man says he's not marriage material, that means he's not marriage material. Some women think, okay, I could change his mind, which the person that only can change his mind is that person. Nobody else can change their mind but that person. So women, please, if you're in a long-term relationship and you feel like if he feels like he's not making a move towards marriage, you need to have a discussion. Because you're wasting your time. If you want to have kids, you're wasting your eggs as well. Because once you hit 35 and 40, you hit the geriatric pregnancy, and then now you gotta do some other things to get pregnant.
I know y'all talking about the video. Which one y'all talking about? The Nelly one, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Shout out to you guys that's watching. Shout out to you, Realistic Vibe. What's going on, Vibe? Also, shout out to you.
Joe don't hurt him.
Yeah, I would tell some business real quick, and I just came back. Maybe the funny thing is, guys, I went over there to her channel. She got a YouTube channel. I actually went over there. She actually went more detail about what she was about her comment going, pretty much a video going viral, and pretty much her take on it, and the amount of backlash she received in the comments is amazing. The amount of backlash, and it's not only that. She not only getting backlash from like regular folks. She getting backlash from people that's actually married, like celebrities, like Cardi B. I give you list upon list. Cardi B even told her shut the up. I promise you, I'm not even making this up. No slander on that one. It's literally in the comment. So like what I keep saying, and I keep alliterating, this simple fact is how the baby mama culture is a new culture especially in our Black society. That's what's highly promoted, and that's what they want it to be. Because remember, thinking about it, remember I told you guys, and I know eventually we're gonna do a show on this. there was a study done. They say how black women doesn't benefit from marriage. I remember I mentioned that before. Eventually we're gonna do a show about that. Like black women don't benefit from marriage. So what's the best way for them to benefit from? If they don't benefit from marriage, then the only way they're gonna benefit from is the baby mama culture. Prime example, because they get money from child support, they get money from the government, they get money from other people from other surroundings. So that's they're not promoting marriage. And I already say that numerous of times how marriage is not for everybody. I get it. But at the same time, having a child is a very strong responsibility. It seems like they want our culture to struggle. They want us to keep us in the struggle. They don't want us to keep on building. So anything that's gonna allow us to build, because they know like if black man, black woman stick together, they know we're gonna build a promising future. They don't want that. They don't want to see that. So they're gonna build this baby mama culture. Prime example, you got Sexy Red, who's now pregnant, and she even got a song right now. She said, "F my baby daddy." So it kind of show you that that's the culture they're going in, and a lot of women are receiving that, and they think, okay, that's the way to go. And when she did her take on that, which is good, y'all should go with her YouTube now. And she was just talking about the Nelly and. Because remember, Ashanti said it out of her mouth numerous of times. I will not be a baby mama. I don't want that. I want marriage. The kid I have my a child from, I want to make sure I'm married. So it will be pretty much a two-home. But now that ain't the case. But remember, allegedly we don't really know if she's pregnant or not. Remember, all this is just rumors. You have Tulsa K telling, hey. She got information that she already had a kid already. Then you have other sources say she's not even pregnant at all. She's just getting big. So nobody already know like what's the true story because she never confirmed that she's pregnant. But that's just my take on that. Go ahead, Hakeem.
Hakeem, show that picture because I want to talk about the chick I was talking about earlier, and it kind of leans on what Hakeem Ronnie was talking about. So as you guys don't know, this is Jasmine Brown. This is Cam Newton's chick, and this is Cam Newton's. He has two baby mamas. I think he has 7 kids, and this is his 3rd baby mama, and this is gonna be her 8th kid. As you can see, the promotions as baby mama number 3, 3rd time's your charm. So in the aspect what you say about that, Ronnie, you kind of spot on it because CUC is kind of like an influencer who's talking about, relationship and everything. And I believe she was raised in a 2-parent household as well. But what she was kind of saying about it, Ronnie, about, kind of promoting in that way. Here's one of the situations I'm talking about. Because me and Hakeem was talking about, I know there's some influencers who's not trying to promote it. But the thing is, they don't practice what they preach. And so when they don't practice what they preach, they do stuff like this, what we see right now. And it's not like, and we look at them sidelines like, wait a minute, you talk about, I'm not messing with these certain type of men, but, and not get pregnant or anything, but we see you get pregnant by Cam Newton. Well, shout out to, congratulations, shout out to Cam Newton. And, you kind of promote yourself to be baby mama number 3. That right there, it turned people that it's a side out. It's like, okay, that's a side out. I don't know, why would she do that? Because a lot of people, because as an influence, a lot of people think that she would have do something like that, but she didn't practice what she preached.
And now that, but Jordan and Hakeem only see in our community. Taylor Swift don't talk. They don't do nothing like Taylor Swift, Selena. Like you get what I'm saying, Selena Gomez. Mm-hmm. Like people that would consider a quote unquote American sweetheart. They don't promote things like that. They make sure their image are clean. They make sure like, oh, they just in a stable relationship. But you never see the aspect of kids. Now don't get me wrong. There's different vibe when you have like Britney Spears, but even then, when Britney Spears had her kid, I think she was married. I think she was married to what's his name? If I'm not
mistaken.
Was
Kevin Federline. She was.
I tell you, like, you see how the image going. Okay, black women don't deserve marriage, so black women should just be only stable as baby mamas. Why? The race card. I'm just keeping the facts. Why? White American women needs to be married and they need to have kids with them. It's being biased here. I don't know if y'all can see that. But go ahead. Hey, DB. Hey, motivating bitch. I ain't seen her in a minute. But yeah, go ahead. Check it out.
Let me read these comments before. So Joe don't heard him say, but us men, we have to mature past the stage to be with the one that we really want. Waha said, if our parents never got married, kids have fear of doing it because parents don't encourage us to do something they didn't do. 100%. Gore said there are plenty of black women benefiting from marriage. I hope you hear your argument, Ronnie. Motivation Vision said, is there an average is the average woman not having kids for child support? They're having unprotected sex.
No, who said who said that Waha said there's a I promise you, do a study. I promise you. I'm not even making
No,
this
that
up.
was Gore. That was Gore who said that.
That was Gore.
I'm not even do it when you have time. Read. There's articles been done about by scholars and University of Howard University. That's the one Cynthia G used all the time. And it talks about how they interview multiple account of women and ask them, hey, do you benefit from marriage? They say no. They say actually black women benefit from when they're married interracial dating from white men. I'm not making this up.
Motivation Business said no. We never heard her say she wants kids. She never wanted kids.
She did.
No, that was from Watch Jazzy. She was talking about, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Why I say invest in men and women being single, building tiny homes is a proof of 1 to 2 bedroom house. Wake up, America. That's a fact.
Well, Sherry Brown said something powerful, which is the truth. She said a lot of women delete babies.
Motivation Vision said that earlier. So, and I don't think a lot of people understand that when you do that, some of these women have trouble having kids after that, after deleting the baby. So it, you know what I mean? Depending on whatever situation, it's always good to have the child, you know. But you want to know something? I wanted to touch on this. Culture is a big thing, and a lot of people fail to understand that. Black Americans in America have culture. They just don't want to. A lot of people don't want to acknowledge it. But the culture here is fragmented. You have some people who believe in marriage. You have other people who's on that ratchet shit. Now, here's the thing. Due to the situation with black men, there's multi-layered situation when it comes to dating. And I'm not trying to agree on one end and the other. I just want people to look at it from a different scope. If our culture and our men and women are not, if black women are statistically not getting married more than their other counterparts, there's layers to this. What is the next step for women who are not getting married? How do we go to the next generation? Some women are left with situations to have to do. Now, mind you, I don't want people to say that I agree with women being this and that. I'm just saying that there's a percentage of people here who become single mothers due to rape, due to this. There's a percentage of women who mess with some guy, have been with them for 10 years, got a baby, he got up and say, oh, I'm out of here. There's a percentage of people who went married or been with their boyfriend since high school, he end up going to prison and never coming home. You know what I mean? So I'm saying, I'm looking at that like this. What can we do to change this? The thing about it is women still want men. Women always going to want men. Women are still going to have sex unprotectedly because they care about people. The question is, and I don't want this to come out to, you see, I don't want this to come out and say I'm leaning one side than the other, because they already tell women to put in contraceptives and vet well. Gore and Joe Hurdham said something that I want to hone in on. We need to foster and understand and start to get men to want to get married again, to want to be not in long-term relationships, but want to get married. Because let me tell you something. It's more dangerous to have sex than to get married.
No. Right now, promoted it's dangerous to get married than having sex. You can have sex with anybody. You can't get married wherever.
You know, with the red pill, he has a point about that, Hakeem. The red pill.
No,
remember?
listen, red pill. Listen what I'm. Listen to me.
No.
Miami, Houston, Atlanta.
You can have sex.
No, New York City. What gonna happen from a statistic point if you hit a random? What's gonna happen? You statistically gonna catch something.
Yeah, that's what happened with Houston. By the end of the day, people still having unprotected sex and going to get tested. Now, when I went to go do my, no disclaimer, that's just on me. When I went to go do my thing, I seen more women than men in the line.
I understand that, but I'm telling you this. We can evade all that by telling men, fam, you like her like that? Lock her in. Oh, I don't really know her like that. If you don't really know her like that, just don't talk to her. I'm talking about men who, because let me tell you something. Yeah, you might, listen, I'm going to say something that's not going to sound right.
No, go ahead, go in your bag.
I'm going to say something, listen, stop saying my pullout game is strong. I'm not, listen, I'm not pulling out. Listen, I'm not pulling out.
She just
Listen, I'm in the LTR. I'm in a long-term relationship. I'm not pulling out. I'm depositing everything. Squish.
Certified.
I'm not pulling out. Joe don't heard him say, we have to have accountability as well. We do need to talk to our brothers who keep having these unprotected self-thinking, and nothing's going to happen. Okay, thank you, Joe Hurdle. Here's the thing. I'm not negating what the women is doing. I'm just saying, you can lose a couple dollars. And I'm going to get something. Oh, my God, I'm scared to say this, man.
Go ahead, because I got a question for you, Hakeem. Go ahead.
We with the family.
Okay. What do black men have that women are gonna take? I'm just like what do we have that we're gonna take? We don't make that, like a lot of us don't make that much. So what you gonna lose? $100?
Say Hakeem, that prove my point where I say black women doesn't benefit from marriage. Because you say, look, black men don't got nothing. So what the hell we need to get married for?
But listen,
from us.
But
I was gonna say Hakeem. I was gonna say this too, Hakeem.
What?
And the thing is about it's like when we have to see our boys or our nephews or our cousins, you know, be in a relationship, we know if that chick's wifey material or not.
Yeah.
Like when I show my wife off, you know, the beginners and everything, all my boys say, yeah, Joe, you got the right one. All my uncles and the family say, oh yeah, that's the right one. And we like her. Mm-hmm. But there's sometimes we mess with the wrong chick, you know, she might have some good poom. And we all know it's okay, she know. But the thing is about it could be dangerous because if you get her pregnant and everything, she might turn out something else. Which the next topic we're gonna talk about is gonna correlate to what we talk about right here. And I like how we did this with the second topic. And you might end up, you know, getting stressed out, and you just say, "Hey, I picked the wrong one to get put a baby into."
And now that we don't even talk about the expenses because it was good. Me and a good friend of mine, we were talking. She would give me good game because I never asked. I was asking her a question about the medical bills when giving birth to a child. Guys don't understand that could range up to $10,000 to $15,000. Majority of the time, black men don't even have that type of money. You get what I'm saying? But we having kids all over the place. So guess what? Our medical bills, our medical insurance gonna automatically go high. So now you see black men stressing about that. We don't really plan because my father always told me. He said when you have a child, this is my father. He always told me. My father and mom always told me that when you have a child, you got to make sure you plan because at the same time it becomes very expensive. And I didn't understand what they meant by that. But when talking to her about the situation, then I got it together. I said, "Oh, okay, now I understand where my dad and mom was coming from, and that's why I choose not to have kids right now at this moment." Because the amount of expenses it is to have one. But most black men don't think like that. Most black men say, okay, Hover J, like Hakeem say, Hover JJ good. I'm going in. I'm skied in. I'm skiing. I don't care. I don't care the risk. I don't care the law. And to understand that when your medical bills is high, it also messes up your credit. It mess up a lot of things. Like that, I'm saying, like all that. that don't play a part in our mind at the moment, but later on it does. Go ahead, Hakeem.
So most definitely. So this is why I say that. DB, you're 100% right. The manosphere does co-sign
Hey, Sugar, I got
the
water.
black male degradation, and this is why I say that
Go ahead.
they're fundamentally opposed to everything that we're talking about. When you have culture, when you have religion that's involved, you're going to want to do things in that manner. I'm saying to tell men, stop being promiscuous. Because let's stop being so promiscuous and start marrying someone. What are you going to lose? An Impala, a couple clothes, a weed eater, or something. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful about it, but a lot of us say that, oh, I'm not going to get married because we're going to get to the ringer. Most guys who get divorced have resources. They built the resources with the woman. Wealth is accumulated with two. The thing is, if we're going to try to combat a situation where it be baby mama and baby daddy stuff, women are going to have unprotected sex. Men are going to have unprotected sex. Women are going to sleep with somebody who they care about, and they do this at the admission of saying, I love this guy. Some guys just don't co-sign that love. So I'm saying is this: why don't we, fam, if you're going to go do this, if you over 30, over 25, fam, you need to understand what you're getting yourself into. You feel me? Because back days in the South, you got somebody pregnant, they was walking down to your house, mama and daddy, uncle sat down and said, hey, we need to get this thing straight.
Not going to culture.
And I would say this, and I guess what's really hurting, and especially in our generation, is the 50-50 situation.
Yeah.
Instead of saying, we're going to do 50-50, how about you have a mindset and say, hey, we got this much money that you have this much money, you have this much money. So let's say you have 50 and you have 80. So that's what that's $130,000 right there. Yeah. We make $130,000 a year. Okay, how we gonna use this expenses? Instead of saying you got this amount, you got this amount, so you pay this, you pay that. How about you just combine them and say, okay, how we gonna spend this? How we gonna spend the bills? How we gonna get the groceries? How we gonna pay mortgage? How we gonna pay rent? How we gonna do all that? And that's how me and my wife said. Our mindset is we don't think about having 50-50 split. We think about how much money we have combined. How can we, push it out with our expenses? What we need food in the house, electric bills, car, all that type of things. How can we split it? Vacations, all that type of stuff. And back in the day, that's how our parents and our great parents think about, how much money we have and how much money we have combined. Instead of the generation now, we don't think about that. We kind of took the combinations out. Okay, you have this amount, you have this amount. So you do some of that, do some of that. No, combine the money and pay and spend those expenses respectively what you guys needs and wants as well.
Yeah, but that's what and I'm gonna put a disclaimer out there. Right now, childbirth is on the decline. So that means there's a lot of men today that are not having children. Like prime example, me, Hakeem. Well, Jordan, you married, and now you have a little one on the way. So, but it kind of shows you that black men, there is some black men that are very responsible with their seed. It's not out there giving it to everybody.
Yep.
However, but we do have a lot of irresponsible out here that's giving their seed to every and everyone. You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's the thing. I think that's what's really hurting our community, and I think that's what's keeping us impoverished. We're not being very smart in the aspect of, okay, who I'm gonna have a child with. We're not planning effectively. We just going by whatever's hip and how we feeling in the moment, which is nothing wrong with that. But at the end of the day, we're doing more harm to our community and to our family than actually being in a prosperous state. And I think that's why other culture beat us. Like the Asian culture, you see that they're not up to that. They rather deal with marriage or they rather stay with their parents for a very long time before they even think about having children. I never hear like an Asian culture talking about, oh, we having children out of wedlock. I rarely hear it. I'm just being honest. I rarely hear it. I don't know, Jordan, you in California, you probably see it, but I don't see it because, in Florida, not that many. We don't really have that Asian community. Well, now they're starting to come, but I still don't see it. Like Ken Dog say, discipline. What's going on, Aston? Like that discipline. They're very disciplined.
Motivational question. I would have asked him if a man don't want to get married. I would ask him, do they never ever want to get married, or do they see themselves getting married in the next 5, 10, or 15 years?
My question would be, was your mom and daddy married? Is your mom and daddy still together? Why Hodges said this earlier. He said if kids are not gonna do things that their parents didn't show them. If you don't have an example, what you gonna go by? You feel what I'm trying to say?
Sugar Bone said she did see Asian single mother, but they baby father are black.
Whoa.
Wow. I don't know. That's a slap. I don't know if he's trolling because I can't really take it because I don't see him, so I can't really.
I can't. Yeah.
I can't really debate that. I just
and that's not used. And that's not used to GGG mind because that's not.
Yeah.
Hey, little Miss Reed laughing.
Yeah, like.
Said like. I felt that Kid Dog.
Yeah.
Because I try to debate on it, but I have no sources, so I was like, I can't.
My stomach hurt. Hey, let's not forget. Shout outs to the guy on Twitch. We did see you. I'm sorry we forgot. Shout outs to you, family.
Who is it?
Yeezy.
Well, Young Jeezy is in the.
No. Is it Yeezy? Yeezy.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. He coming like every other week. Yeah.
Yeah, Yeezy. He said y'all make single mothers at 92%. That DB, you made that up. DB, you made that up, boy.
DB like just see you the sources now. He go you sources.
DB made that up. Come on, man.
And I feel like this in our black community, especially in our black families. I'll just say, like in my family, I would say probably 65% of our in our families is married, and then 45% they're not. And yeah, like I said, and I can see and I see an improvement. I can see an improvement a little bit for our family, but it's like in the black culture, there might be something that might be 50-50, or it might be already wrong. It might be 60% single people with single parents, and then 40% are marriage and everything. So like in our black community, it's like it's between like the 60-40, 50-50, or 50-60 that some of our black people are married and some are not. And the thing is, it's always a cycle because you see that cousin or somebody, they keep repeating the cycle what their mama doing, their grandmother doing, and everything, and they don't know how to break the cycle because that's what they see in their family, and also this is what they see around where they live at as well. So they just figure out sometimes it's like, okay, this is what I'm supposed to do, or this being single life. It's also promoted in songs. It's also promoted in movies and all that type of stuff. And it's also promoted when I talk to my friends and everything as well. So when you have that, we keep hearing that, you kind of have that mindset. It's like, having a single life, for yourself and everything. I know for me, my mom, she was a single mother, but before that, my grandparents was married and everything. So I knew for me, and also being about my family and everything, and also seeing our surroundings, I was in Pontiac, Michigan. I was like, I need to get out of it. Like I said, I was in high school when I saw seeing girls pregnant at 14. I mean, I saw a freshman girl, she was 14, she was pregnant and everything. I was like, oh, hell no, I gotta get the hell out of here. I was like, let me finish school. I'm not gonna be having sex.
Girl pregnant at 14?
Yeah. And the thing is, it's like, I'm like, yo, because there was this one chick I was talking to later in that semester, and that chick that was pregnant, the girl I was talking to, she talked to me. I was like, oh, that chick that was pregnant? She lived down the street and everything, and then we walked to her house. I was like, oh wow, yeah, she was a freshman. She was 14. She was pregnant.
Wow.
When I first saw that, I was like, I gotta get out of here. I ain't gonna have a lot of sex. I was like, I need to get, like I said, let me do my 4 years in high school. Let me get the hell up out of here. Let me get to Florida, California, somewhere. Because when I saw that, because before that, I was in the charter schools and private schools for my middle school years and some of my elementary school years. And then once I went to public school, I saw that, especially in Pontiac, that was like, oh my God, I don't know why mama did this to me. But it was a wake up call for me to say, hey, Joy, I don't want to be a baby daddy. I was like, let me do what I do my 4 years in high school and get the hell up out of here. And unfortunately, when I moved to Miami, 4 or 5 months later, I found my wife. And the rest is history.
See, that why I was having a conversation with somebody. I said that's why it's good to really have conversation with your kids young about having sex, because 14, I found out to be crazy. I found out to be crazy, but it does happen. It does happen, crazy. But it's the lack of education. That's the problem. See, in our community, Black community, we don't educate our kids enough. Now, there's some parents that do. Shout out to the parents that do. I would say there's some Black women that are very educated in the aspect they teach their kid right or wrong, even though the father's not there at the home. But at the same time, that's like 14. That's like, wow. Imagine my child, and then she get pregnant at 14. I'll be honest, I probably don't even know what to do. I'll be like, she shot. That's great.
Hey, let me add the topic. Let me do the next topic because I'm kind of gonna add into it because it kind of correlates with what we're talking about right now. Y'all cool with it? Okay, so there was a video that went viral on let's see, what block was this? This was on TikTok, and I saw this on WorldStar. So it was a guy who was with a chick, maybe she was a bad, the punani was good and everything, but now, they had a kid and everything, but unfortunately it did not work out. And now he's in a situation is like he's with another chick, and I believe she's with another dude. But I was showing, it's a clip of showing you how, he wants to see his child, but baby mom won't let her see the child if she with the other woman and everything. And she's making it very, very, very different for that man and everything. But it just shows you how sometimes you might get with a chick, it's her, that JJ is very, very good. You shot it in, you got her pregnant, but when all things come out, she found she wasn't the right mother you should be with. So we got a clip for it. We're gonna play it. After that, we're gonna continue chopping up with the topic, and this topic we're gonna talk about right now. Go ahead, King.
Where my baby at? Why you come out here without my baby?
And why are you recording me? Baby in the house.
Why you come out here without my baby?
Don't you got a girlfriend? Why don't y'all go make a baby?
What that got to do with my baby? Cause I got a girlfriend. What that got to do with my baby?
I don't want her around my kid.
But if you got a boyfriend, it's cool. So you
Why
can bring
are you
a boy.
worried about me? What the fuck?
So you can bring a boy, but I can't bring no girl around.
No.
So I'm paying $1,500 in child support, and I can't see my baby.
No.
See
what?
See?
Why the fuck is you recording me? See what? See what?
Don't have kids. Y'all don't have kids.
You weird.
Don't have kids.
And you weird.
$1,500 in child support.
And you weird.
$1,500 child support. I can't see my baby.
No.
$1,500.
In the house. You can see the baby, but not her.
So where's she at?
In the house.
So go get her.
No. You can go see her. I'm not gonna go get nobody. It's cold out here.
$1,500 in child support.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about I got a girlfriend. I can't see my baby because I got a girlfriend. But
No,
you got a boyfriend. But
okay,
you got a
and
boyfriend.
so what?
Don't have kids, bro.
No, you don't have kids.
Y'all don't have kids.
You don't have kids.
Y'all don't want nobody like her. Don't have kids, bro.
See right there. Now here's a situation when you have sex with the chick, but you were pregnant, but you didn't figure out 8 or 9 months later, and additional 5 months later, you got to deal with the situation right here. And he also promoted. He said, "Hey man, just don't have kids." But I feel like he said it the wrong way. He should have said, "Hey, if you want to have kids, make sure you court your woman, or make sure you find the one that's right for material, because you see his situation, he got to pay $15K a month about with a woman that she want to let her see the kid." So hey guys, what's y'all take on this one?
I'm laughing because look at I keep about to go in, but I want to say you ain't got the one with the blue face one, the one that just recently just happened. not the one we did the reaction to. Is another one where Blueface actually went to go meet Kashawn Rock somewhere,
Mhm.
and he got upset because she was with some dude, something like that. And he had to go pick her up. I don't
Let
know
me
if
see
you
if I
got,
can find it. I'll find it. Give me 1
but
second.
but that's another altercation. Yes, I agree with Jordan 110%. That's why you should not have kids with everybody. However, I want this is a disclaimer out there. Majority of the time, a guy is not paying $1,500 a month in child support. It's not statistically, it's a fact. It's just not happening. No, the only way a guy will pay $1,500 a month if he's making like close over like near six figures. But majority of the time, these men are not making over six figures, so they're not really paying that much in child support. I think I asked a gentleman. I was on a panel when they asked a gentleman a question about that. He said the average person that get from child support, Hakeem majority women believe is $50, $50 to $60 a month per child. Depends on, and now that depends on the state too. It's that. So a lot of these guys be capping that they pay a lot of money in child support when it's not really true. It's just some of the stuff they kind of made. That's just a disclaimer. But in all honesty, that's why I think sometimes you gotta vet your woman. That's why I say you gotta have conversation. And not that, but when you at the dinner table, say, hey, when you start talking about that, because we always talk about the sex topic. When you hang with the girl, y'all getting to know each other. We always we always talk about the aspect of sex, and that way you gotta say, hey, what happened if, or we use if you get pregnant? How we gonna handle the situation? That's being responsible. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I'm there, but you gotta plan ahead before the situation actually occur. Majority of the time, we don't really do that. Yeah, Sugar Bar, I'll be listening to you in the chat. I'm telling the truth today, because I say, you know what, and I know there's some people that are watching me, they're gonna call me a simp later. But the truth is the truth. It is what it is, you know what I'm saying? I might get stoned for it, but it's the truth. Like, we dropping the ball as black men, we dropping the ball heavy. And that's why I say, well, of course, Hakeem very responsible. See, I hang around men like that. Responsible. That's what black man needs. We need responsible men. We really do. And not only that, but Gore said something too. He said, I think he was talking about the aspect of the culture. The problem is the culture do need to change. I don't know if Gore or Joe don't heard him. The culture do need to change, and I think it starts with music first. Because music is very influenced. It's very influenced. Very influenced. And that's what's happening. Go ahead on, Hakeem.
Yeah, before I touch on, I want to touch on something. Ashton says Memphis is a good place to raise kids.
Say what? Repeat that?
You talking about West Memphis, Arkansas? Memphis? You talking about Black Haven, East Haiti, North Memphis? Like I listen. I got hemmed up at a gas station in Memphis. You say Memphis is a good place to raise kids?
I can't do it because Ashton's the type go like, yo, drop the link. And he gonna come and he gonna speak his.
No, I understand that, but he said Memphis and Arkansas. Are you talking about West Memphis? Their murder rate is just as bad as Memphis is still.
Motivation said, don't.
Like I've driven through Memphis. I've been to Memphis. I was a truck driver. I say, like, Memphis? So let me,
he's from Memphis.
Oh, you from Memphis? Ashton, I love you, brother, but come on, baby. I know you love your city. I've been to East Haiti.
Two cities I will not go to. I'll go to Memphis because I want to see the King Hotel. I will not go there, or I will not go to a couple places. I will not go to Chicago, and I will not go to St. Louis. No way.
Good.
Yeah, you said BB King got his start in West Memphis. Believe it or not, he did. But West Memphis is not a nice place today.
Really, is that tough, Hakeem? I never been to Memphis.
Oh my God!
I heard a lot of things.
Listen, West Memphis, Arkansas is a city that's on the border from Memphis, in Arkansas. But it's a bridge that separates them. The crime is horrendous.
It is.
They're averaging 2 to 3 shootings a day. It's GTA 7 over there. Memphis alone is GTA. You gotta be careful.
It's like a mini Southside Chicago, yo.
So I like the chat chaos, man. The chat chaos, they out of control, man. Motivate mission out of control.
Okay, so before I get into this, and I wanted to, like, when the guy said that, I want us allow us to know that was a skit. If you're paying $1,500 in child support, they automatically give you have something called non-custodial. There's a non-custodial parent who that means you don't have access to the child, but you're paying, and then you have custodial. But if you're paying that much, you can ask for 50-50 with the kid. Some guys just don't ask for it. They just don't see it. But the thing about that is vetting, and this is the issue in our community. I'm not gonna lie, I was a victim of it growing up. Tight ass, 20 cents weave, long nails. You trying to smash something. The only thing I wasn't doing, I wasn't hitting these hoes raw. No. Noble. No. A lot of our guys don't practice discernment. Their judgment is just like, I'm gonna give my life up. I'm gonna give my life up. They say, I'm ready to go all in. You can't do that because you want to know something. I understand one thing clearly that I don't think a lot of men understand. Who you have a baby with and how you go about determine if your kid grows up in poverty.
Hakeem, that's true, man. And that's what I said earlier. I want to leave. When I saw that stuff that when we got printed out, I need to get out of there. Because, that's because, like I said, in Pioneer, that's what majority of what I seen, it's just chicks, like when I went to high school, chicks, they're having sex, or having some kids in their freshman year, sophomore year, junior year. And I was like, no, I can't get into that. And even though, like I said, they look good, long nails, always got their hairs did, eyebrows arched, smelling good, smelling like bubble gum, wherever they be spraying on themselves, bubble gum, cherry, make your mouth like. But no, man, it'd be tempting. But I was like, it'd be tempting, but hey, get out of there, because I know there was grass was greener than the other side. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
I ain't gonna lie, John. It tastes like bubble gum. I'm gonna use that.
You know, they smell like bubble. They smell like these bubble gums, some type of fruits and everything. These they smell like candy. Am I right or am I wrong?
No, you're right. I'm laughing. I already know it. I'm laughing too at Jordan. I'm cracking up.
Jordan, I never knew Jordan was like this, Jordan. We didn't know he was like this.
Man, Jordan got
Jordan, I didn't know you was like that. Wow.
Okay, I see you, big dog.
Hey, that was how I was around. I can't lie to you. I'm gonna tell the truth.
I'm gonna use that. Trust me, believe I'm gonna use it. And they still going in. Hey, they still going in about Memphis, man. Why you have to talk about Memphis?
No, because as some people love their cities, but they gotta understand it's not safe.
What's about stereotyping West Memphis, man? Because we could go there and nothing can happen to us.
Listen, oh Lord Jesus, it's a dangerous place.
Hey,
listen. I've been more safe. It's so funny. So funny is this. A lot of people say Chicago is dangerous. I've been in Chicago and felt relaxed. That place, I was scared.
You must have been in certain areas, Hakeem, is because Chicago's a large city now.
No, it's ain't say, my boy. You have no Hakeem. I told you, nobody ain't gonna mess. You know you're a big dude.
I'm a bit, but listen here. There's certain places. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something too. And me and Muhammad, we've been in New York in some pretty rough places.
Correct.
And we didn't get stepped to. I've been to Harlem and St. Nicholas projects and was able to eat a sandwich and look around like, this is a nice place.
But what about Bronx River? Where Hassan Campbell be?
No, we're not going there. We're not going there. You asking for a death sentence walking over there.
Because if you're a tourist, that's the first thing you look.
Yeah, you asking for a death sentence.
Who this man right here? You're a tourist? What he up to?
Yeah, there's certain places you know not to go. Red Hook,
exactly.
Brownsville, like it's just places. But I'm telling you, West Memphis. I tell this people all the time, that's not the place you want to play with.
Why it's so bad?
Memphis,
What's going on? Why it's so bad in West Memphis? Like what's going on?
real simple things, poverty. When there's not enough jobs and companies there, people got to understand, capitalism makes these places to a point. It's the same thing when you go to Arkansas. Northern Arkansas, like Bentonville and all these places, are much better than going down by Little Rock. Little Rock is a war zone. Little Rock is a war zone. And I forgot the other place. What's the other city for in the black city in Arkansas? Oh my God, I can't think of this place now. Muhammad. What's the city in that's because listen, Muhammad just bought a house over there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Shout out to you. That's what's up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like as Hakeem said, it's that the property is so bad.
Oh.
If you walking down the street, if you got some type of nice like a nice watch or something like that, they look like that. They like that is gold or something like that.
Listen,
They
Pine Bluff.
gold.
They
Oh,
call
Pine.
it Pine Bluff. They call it. Listen, so many people have moved out the city. They call it Crime Bluff. Right now, most of the young guys, they get in Dodge Chargers and do donuts in the downtown. They don't got a downtown. Let's get that straight. Most of the things have moved out. It's a dead city.
Ghost town. Okay.
It's a ghost town. So I'm saying like nigga, like come on. You know what I mean? Like
You feel more comfortable in Chicago, then that's crazy, than West Memphis. That's crazy.
listen, I was scared to go to Chicago. When the first time we stopped, he said, "You want to go over there and get a sandwich?" I say, "Old Block is not here." And the guy said, "That's for the internet, fam. Are you in the gang?" The guy told me, "You're in the gang?" I said, "No, I'm just a Haitian from Miami." He said, "You're not." He said, "You don't look like it. Can you fit in the Gucci belt?" I said, "No, I'm not there yet." But he said, "Then you should be okay." So you know what I mean? Like,
That was a good one.
yeah. But I'm telling you, listen, I'm at a gas station in Memphis. A gas station. I jumps out the truck. I goes in the gas station. His dudes come and like hit me up to the glass.
It's daytime
Yo,
or nighttime.
This daytime.
Okay, that's crazy. That sounds like Detroit back when I was back in the day.
He said,
when I was living there.
He said, "Your name Bubba?" I said, "My name's Hakeem." My bad, bro.
Wait, so they jack you? They jack you up? Come on, you a big dude. So wait a minute.
They literally, the guy literally grabbed me in like a very sensual way. He said, your name Bubba, fool?" I said, "Fam, I'm not from here."
Exactly, no, actually, exactly daytime.
I said, "I'm not from." When he started to hear me speak, "You from out of town, ain't you?" I said, "Yes, sir." "My bad, bro. You look like this dude named Bubba. You from?" He say, "You know what East Haiti is?" I said, "No. I know what Haiti is, but I'm not from East Haiti."
Smart man.
Listen, in a sensual way, like a woman's supposed to grab me. In a sensual way. And as he grabbed me, he got close. He say, "Your name Bubba?" "No, it's Hakeem."
Oh man. I never been to Memphis. I want to go there because of the food. Cause I heard they say the food.
That's barbecue.
They barbecue. That's why I said I want to go there just for the food, just to have that experience. But I won't like. Nah.
Listen.
That's first sound. Pause. Pause was just Hakeem said. Pause.
Yeah, pause. Yeah, pause. Yeah, listen. And then me going back and forth to Memphis, because we always got loads going there. You start to learn a little bit about the place and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And how they're so let's not forget the barbecue. I ain't gonna lie about that. Best barbecue in the United States.
This South Carolina?
Best barbecue, brother. I'm sorry, man.
In Kansas City?
I never
Best
been
barbecue. Listen, the crime. Listen, Ashton Williams can speak for this. The crime overshadows the food. The food is immaculate.
wow.
Ashton said he put you on Dixie Queen.
Look, he said Memphis is overrated. Memphis is underrated, DB, because here's the thing. It doesn't get praised only for crime. They have some other good stuff there. Like with the blues, where all the place people walk downtown, it's a nice city. It's a real nice city.
But it's just
the crime.
and then you know what crime, when it comes to crime like that, it's a lot of childbirth, and that also make the community impoverished.
100%. 100%. But going back to this,
Right.
one thing I noticed this, and I learned this in school. He said Africa. What does that mean?
Yeah, that's the one that I mean. That's an event in Memphis.
Yeah.
That's interesting. African.
Maya, Nashville is beautiful. Nashville is very, very beautiful, and it's a good place. Nashville and Chattanooga are two places that are very, very nice. And I don't know how to pronounce this other city I've been to. It starts with a P and an F. Phillyville, something like that. If I'm not mistaken. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. It starts with a P. It's like a weird spelling of it.
He says it's an event. It's an event in April.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I've heard this stuff in school before, where they say poverty, lack of education, breeds children in poverty. People who have people who have education, and don't get me wrong, not saying that you don't get girls in the suburbs who become single mothers or have kids at a young age. It's there. They got them there, but it's not so high of a statistic compared to people who are in our socioeconomic situation. A lot of issues we have can be solved just by making decisions. If you get somebody pregnant, just take care of your child. Be in their life.
But that's why you got to have a conversation, because the problem is a lot of men are having conversation about childbirth. On that topic. Now we could talk about, you already know, we could talk about the D and the P all day, but we don't know how to talk about, okay, the end result. One day you may get pregnant.
Yes.
How do we handle that? We don't have those type of conversations. I remember growing up, we used to have those type of conversations in school, but I know a lot of school right now, they're taking away a lot of sex ed education, so they don't have that anymore. So where are the kids now getting this information? They're not getting it from the parents. We know that to be a fact. They're getting it from music. They're getting it from Pornhub. They're getting it from all these different OnlyFans. They're getting it from all these different resources. So they say, okay, it is what it is.
Yes, I have been all through. Listen, I've been even a place called Texarkana. Where is it? Yeah. I've traveled a lot. Listen, I was in the trucking business, and I'm going to get back into it. You know,
you're gonna own trucking. You're not gonna get back.
Yeah. We're gonna finance it. You know what I mean? Listen, Ashton, Muhammad owns a house not too far from Pine Bluff, a little bit ways out. When he gets settled in, I'm gonna go over there. You know what I mean?
So then you can meet up with Ashton. Y'all be best bud.
Oh no, we're gonna share some barbecue.
Hey, shout out to Mean Street, man.
Whoa.
He been missing, man. He probably watching from the cloud. Shout out to Mean Street, man.
He said, I don't think that a woman should cook, clean, and do laundry or wash dishes, but I'm looking for a woman who thinks that way. Ralph Barboza, come on.
Whoa.
That's right. No, we definitely gonna link. Listen, Ashton, when we come to Arkansas, you're coming and we're gonna live stream from there. We're gonna do a show. You're gonna jump on the show with us. Live stream.
Yeah, there too. But tell Muhammad wear a mask.
Yeah, wear a mask. Listen, and Ashton, bring a stick with you for protection for us, because you're gonna have to protect us in Arkansas.
We'll do it. Hey, we'll do it in April. That African in April event. We'll do it then.
We're doing, yeah.
Yeah, Apple. I ain't gonna lie. I'm thinking about going to African. That would be dope though.
Yeah.
Go over there, like, cause that's an event. I know that event probably pop because they known for jazz.
Yeah. Listen, Memphis is not so dangerous. West Memphis is very dangerous. Memphis is not so dangerous where you can't move around. You go downtown. You're just not supposed to go to them hoods. Black Haven, Orange Mounds, East Haiti. You got damn, what's that other place called? This dude was telling me. Damn, what's the?
No, you see, Sugar said, "What the F was in Arkansas?"
To be honest with you, Sugar, Arkansas.
Well,
I
Ray
think,
about it. I don't know.
yeah. Arkansas, a lot of people buying property up there. Everybody trying to find a new next thing that's gonna pop.
Yeah, I know. Ray Charles used to talk about Arkansas.
He said Germantown, Lenox. There's the area of Lenox. You got whatchamacallit.
Sugar said, "Don't go there. Don't go. You don't go missing down there in Arkansas." He's worried about you, like he don't go there. Like, like don't go to Cali. Don't do it.
He said Little Rock is chill, man. Maya, you lying? You been look? Are you sure you been in Little Rock?
Y'all own one today, man. Y'all need to stop. Y'all got me laughing.
Niggas is shooting niggas at corner stores for no reason. At least here we gotta know who our target is. Them niggas is like, come on, man. Like,
I went to Hakeem been in New Orleans. I've been in New Orleans as well.
I've been in New Orleans. Listen,
Jordan, you been in New Orleans?
oh, you see it?
I haven't been there yet.
Oh, you gonna look? Oh, when you go to French Court, oh man, you gonna look.
Listen, you know what city get a bad rap that they don't like to talk about, but I've had the best time there? Baton Rouge.
Yeah, Baton Rouge. Yeah, they get a lot of bad rap. Yep.
I was surprised. The people was very nice there. I'm also tell you too. This is a place that I was very, very shocked about. These two places I used to be very scared to go to, and I was very shocked. I'm like, I actually was in Birmingham, Alabama, which they said was very, very racist. There are some elements. A transgendered was my Uber driver. He showed me around town.
In Bama?
In Alabama, a transgender guy.
Wow, they don't play about that over there. So
Yeah. He showed me around town, told me to be safe. Don't go there, don't go here. You know what I mean? I said, you're gonna need to stay here and protect me. Because you know the nigga was big as me with a wig on. I said I didn't feel threatened. I said, my nigga, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come through.
I don't even believe you sometimes, man.
I'm for real. I could get somebody who validate this. Our Uber driver, because listen, I was a team driver. I got somebody who can validate this story.
He said he was a big dude with a wig on.
Yeah. nigga Adam's apple as thick as mine.
No, Bama ain't playing. Like Bama.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
It's they don't play. They over there.
Now listen here. I went to Mississippi. Mississippi was kind of nice. And I said, maybe I'm in the wrong places.
What you mean, Jacksonville, Mississippi?
No, Kent, Mississippi.
Okay.
I went to Kent at the Honda plant. We delivered some stuff there, but we traveled in that little area, and we was in there, and the white guy say, "Sir, you can go right ahead, sir." I say, "Thank you."
Everybody look like Vic. Yeah, because Vic is from Mississippi.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Mississippi. He's from Mississippi. That was Jordan from Detroit. Jordan is actually from. He can talk about Detroit morning.
Just came back from downtown Detroit. Black-owned businesses, black employees, black love everywhere. Peace, people. Yeah. Detroit is nice, bro. Listen, Anton's from Detroit. We trying to go and take over Detroit.
Yeah.
We trying to
And
take
it,
over
and,
Detroit.
and like I said, the homicide rates, they be going down every year by year by
Yeah,
year.
yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot of black owned places in Detroit.
But that's what they say impoverished. That's what they say when it's impoverished. That when crime goes up, childbirth goes up, everything goes up.
It does.
Pain, it will bring it down.
Really, listen, here's the funny thing is, we talked about this before. If you put a factory by the ghetto, the crime will drop down in less than a year. If you put a factory,
But Hakeem, there's places that and Alabama, let's say for example, in Alabama, because they consider some places in Alabama to be very impoverished, they have Amazon warehouse.
they do, but not all places. The best place in Alabama that's doing good is Huntsville. That's the only
Yeah.
place. That's the only place in Alabama that got money. They got the government contracts. Birmingham and Montgomery. Montgomery's a little bit country. Birmingham is a little bit more city-like. They all doing bad. They got gangs all over the place. Mobile is no different.
No sugar. Who will tell you DC was the South? They idiots. DC is not the South.
Sugar. I'm not going to even touch on that.
Exactly. That's not even.
He said, "Sugar Bum, I'm from mosquitoes bigger than the guitar in Mississippi." You see, he talking that real. He talking about that country talk now.
Shout out to Stephanie Waskin.
Stephanie Watkins, shouts out. She said, "Crime is just a response to lack of resources."
Welcome and came in.
She dropped the hit.
Mm-hmm.
I've never been to Hot Spring. I would love to. Stephanie Watkins, you say something that a lot of areas are having problems with. Now, here's the thing. Now, I'm gonna say something that's not gonna be nice. A lot of these places are Democratic-run cities. How do you play with Democratic-run cities? If we had more of a conservative who are funding and want to invest and want to have businesses come in, there's a trade-off. I'm not gonna lie. Gentrification has to be the recipe.
Oh, Stephanie, that's you. Is that you? Wait a minute, Stephanie, that's you. Wait a minute, I think that's Stephanie living in my apartment complex. That's
Oh,
I think it is. Wait a minute, Stephanie, that's you. Let me know.
At first, I thought that was Boyce Watkins. I thought that was his.
yeah.
I was like, boy. Okay, Jordan. I would say chaos is everywhere, baby. She said,
She said, she said, I don't feel safe in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Redneck.
Oh yeah, it's Stephanie. Stephanie, yeah, that's us. Yeah, it's Stephanie. She lives here in my apartment complex. Yeah, that's her.
Shout out to you, Stephanie.
number, but yes, welcome to the chat chaos. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Cool.
And have a good laugh. That's what we do. Shout out to the chat chaos, man. We be laughing. Go ahead. We be laughing, boy. But Hakeem, that's very. But I want to say, Hakeem. So you travel. Y'all travel a lot. You know,
Yeah.
you go to.
Yes.
Okay. Do y'all see the difference when it comes to childbirth within those areas?
100%.
Yeah.
100%. I seen a coalition where places who have a lot more resources compared to other places, where it's different. I stayed in North Carolina for a while.
Shout out to the First Lady, Jordan's wife. Welcome.
Shout outs to Wiz, A student Wiz, triple A Wiz.
Yeah, the wife's in the building.
Okay, she said with the stance of them being the cause of lack of resources. Stephanie, you really want me to say that? Stephanie, you really want me to answer that? You were smart. Listen, when you came in with that first comment, I know you was a PhD. I know she has some type of education going on, so I'm not going to even. But you are. Listen, Stephanie, you already know Democrats are the biggest reasons to a lot of these cities. Now, mind you, here's the thing. Now, I lived in a place where there was a moderate Republican. And what I seen what they did for the impoverished neighborhoods, I haven't seen that in a Democratic run city. The amount of resources that was pulled in, I didn't see it. Not saying that there was still crime there, but I do think that there's certain elements that could be practiced from other cities.
She said politics are not for black people.
Ooh, you don't. This not what you want.
Yeah,
This not what you want.
I think that is because the simple fact is, we not into politics. I think we need to get into politics.
Listen, he said, facts, Hakeem. Some of them are getting out of control. Look at Canada in California. We need to take a stand where there's policies that's going to enable us to do for ourselves.
Correct. Facts.
Listen to me now. Booker T. Washington was a person I wrote a paper on. His stance was different than what Martin Luther King's stance was. Booker T. Washington actually is the blueprint for what Marcus Garvey listened to. And mind you, whites loved him because he practiced doing for self, and he was a Republican. He built the Tuskegee Institute. He taught people how to to have trades, build your own house, and build your own community and fund and do this. We're in a stance where if we're looking for resources from white folks to help us be better, it's not going to happen. So she said, because our government could care less about us regardless of our economic status and education. I can agree with you, but let me tell you something. Why don't we do what the Jewish and the Asians do? Build our own schools. We got enough money.
No, but the thing is, you still have to have some form of government assistance when it comes to the aspect of the store. Now the Jewish, don't get me wrong. Now the Jewish community comes to the aspect of building their own resources, but however, they'll get resources from the government as well.
Okay. I can agree with you on that, but then I also agree with listen, why don't we get back to where we was before to start? Listen, the only way we're gonna get it is do for ourselves. We got HBCUs that none of us donate to.
I never been to HBCU college. That's the problem.
Me either. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. People who go to HBCU and graduate don't even donate.
Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah. They have no boosters, no nothing like that. Yeah.
No, nothing. So listen here. We have black businesses that we don't support. We have this. We can be self-sufficient if we want. They say we got $1 trillion spending power, but where do we spend it?
Yeah, I know about like Chicago Rilla, who we're gonna interview soon. Yeah, he told me to hit him up.
Okay.
Because he deal with he's a financial advisor. He donates to HBCUs, college educated. He just recently got married. He's gonna be on the show pretty soon. I'm gonna set that. I'm gonna set it up. I would say we got a lot of stuff coming, and he'll give you his take on HBCUs and why they don't donate to the community. That's probably one of the questions we should ask him.
And I would love to ask him that. Now, Sherry Bryant said something that I'm gonna tell her. Like, he said, "Keem, there's too much jealousy and envy in our community. We don't practice group economics or cooperative economics.
Correct.
There's too many chiefs and not enough Indians. Jewish people, Asians, Arabs believe in community.
Yeah, they dollar circulate.
And in their community, they say if he's an Arab boy, we're gonna go support his business. Not saying the Arab boy don't go buy from white folks, because you got no choice but to buy from everybody. But you're gonna support your business here. It's a bunch of restaurants here that half of us don't even go support.
No, I'm not gonna lie. I started doing that now. I started going to like Miami Gardens because there's a small, they got small business restaurants. And I said, you know what, once a week, let me go over there. Let me just buy food. Today I went to a Haitian restaurant. Just support. Their food was actually good. You know what I'm saying? It's Caribbean 305. Really good.
Yeah, I heard about it. Let's give an example. And Jordan, I want you to answer me this.
Mhm.
Go ahead.
Nipsey Hussle had that shop in Crenshaw.
Marathon.
I heard it's closed down now.
Yeah.
What?
For certain reasons, but the thing is, because it was so much crime happening in that certain area, they had to close it down.
But listen, before he would die, I thought it was flourishing. He had the fish store. He had this and this. Why would it close? It should have been still running to this day.
But what his wife? What's his name? What's her name? He supposed to be taking care of the business.
Who, Lower London? No, it went back to the family name, to his brother, I think, Black Sam and everything.
Yeah.
But there was certain situations that was going on in that area that they had to close, not just the shop, they had to close the whole strip mall up and everything.
Wow.
Now Black Sam, he's still trying to look for, he's trying to move his shop into like Melrose and everything. But the thing is like certain areas here, you know, in Melrose, they won't let him buy.
But let me ask you a question. Isn't that counterintuitive to what we're talking about? Why would you want to move to Melrose if you want to flourish Compton? You telling me you want to get out the hood? You don't want to give niggas jobs there? That's
the thing. Nipsey, he wouldn't do that, but like his brothers think otherwise.
Bryant.
Business. Say that was her. That was not her dream. She had her own business. That was his dream.
Right.
But the thing is, because remember they have children, please keep that within the family, even though that's not her dream. She have her own business. Leave it for the inheritance. See, that's why I say that's the problem with black people. We don't need nothing for the kids. That's the problem. And that's why.
And that thing is with life insurance, that's the number one thing we don't do.
Go ahead.
I would say life insurance is the number one thing we don't do. We're gonna pass that forward.
Here's the funny thing about culture. And Sugar can answer this, and maybe y'all can answer this. Nigerians go do business with Nigerians. Haitians, if it's a Haitian store, she gonna go shop with Poppy and them, but she gonna get a plate at that Haitian store.
Correct. That's a fact. My auntie does that. Yep.
You know what I mean? If there's something a Haitian could do, tax or something, they're gonna do that. Us as Americans, we're gonna look at our brother who's African American and say, he might be a little bit shiesty here. He might be doing some nefarious things over there.
No, because the problem is when it comes to our businesses, black community, because they say the aspect of the pricing. Prime example, let's say your T-shirt, the street shirt you got on, you go to Macy's or Ross and get like $10, right? Or even Walmart. But if I go down the street, up the street from our house, I can't ignore that. Up the street, the same shirt you got on, they will charge $50 to $60.
Okay, I can answer that for you.
Go ahead.
What if we don't got the deals that these other people are getting? We have to sell it at a markup price to be able to make money off of it.
But they'll go down to Beverly Hills, buy for Gucci and all that type of stuff, spend hundreds of dollars on that.
But listen here, that's Gucci and them. We got to look at black people stuff like Gucci. If we trying to support, this is why that's a good thing that you say. This is why we're going to always have a confliction, because I've heard many people say that. I had a homeboy who wanted to open up a restaurant and refused to take the cheap rent.
Oh, Stephanie, we'll drop the link for you.
Hold on, Stephanie. Are you still in the car, or are you here? Let me know. If you here, we'll drop the link. We'll send it to you.
Come on. Hold on, Stephanie, we're gonna drop that link for you right now. We're gonna drop that link for you right now, Miss Watkins.
Yeah, you don't have to cam up. You could cam off. Yeah.
She's in the car. She's in the car. Yeah, she's in the car.
Hey, do she got an iPhone?
Yeah, you have an iPhone.
Okay, give her a minute. She said she's about
Stephanie,
if you have she's gonna pull up.
If you got an
Stephanie,
iPhone, switch to Safari.
Use Safari if you got an iPhone.
Yeah.
Don't Google, it's not gonna work.
She said exactly sugar was worth more than him.
Y'all gonna like Stephanie when she come up. Y'all gonna love her.
So I love educated women. That I never had an issue with educated women because I always like to learn from them.
Don't you wish your boyfriend was a goon like me? Don't you wish your boyfriend was a gangster like me? Don't
Yeah.
you?
Hakeem, you just hit me out. Became a hella fan of your music.
He made me cry.
He
Oh, really?
He made me cry.
Oh, yeah, he sent it to us.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
put
I
a
forgot about
birthday
that.
visit. That's
Yeah.
my guy. That's my guy. Listen, I'm from Tacoma, Washington now.
Cross ice. I told Hakeem by the end of this year. I told him, Jordan. I told him. I said you're gonna be bigger than life.
Yeah. You listen. When he did that, they said they make me want to go back to the studio.
Plus we got two.
Hey, Stephanie, you want to show your face or you don't want to show your face?
You don't have to show.
Before I let you up. She's showing her face. Let her up. Or she in the car? Yeah. Jordan.
Yeah, it should be fine.
Okay.
All right. What's good, Steph?
Steph.
What up? First of all,
Yeah, what's
the
up?
conversation y'all are having is so necessary for our culture, period.
Yeah.
When we're talking about, can you hear me?
Yeah,
I do.
you good? Go
Stephanie,
ahead.
Oh, okay, cool.
you look like you from California.
You know,
You got
I
that
be out
Cali
here
vibe,
doing my
like
thing.
that.
I got on my.
That Cali swag, like
You
dripped up.
already know though. You are, and it. Look, I'm zipped up like it's 59 degrees out here. It ain't that. It's probably like a high 60.
Mhm.
Oh, this is weird. Okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
But I wanted to speak to you guys were having a conversation
Yep.
about how Black-owned companies oftentimes overprice their products.
Yep.
And I was just having this conversation not too long ago with a homegirl. I used to work in a Black beauty supply, right? And it was owned by some Liberians. Boom. And their hair products, when it was time to do inventory, this Chinese man would come in and do the purchasing for us. And I asked the owner why was this Chinese man purchasing the hair products? He was like, because they will not sell to us because we're Black. And not only sometimes will they not sell to us, they will overprice their products. So then that would make my price in the beauty supply go higher.
Yep.
So when you all were talking about that, oftentimes these other cultures who monetize off of our culture monopolize, right? They monopolize that industry and push us out, which is wild to me. And then on top of that, just talking about how we function and how we move as a culture in America, a lot of this has to do it derives from like slavery, obviously, right? Like the Willie Lynch syndrome, post-traumatic slave syndrome. All of that has this natural effect on our community. And until we are, number one, able to identify it and rectify it, we'll be able to advance the culture. Do I think we've made advancements? Yes. But do I think there are still spaces for us to get better? Absolutely. And I think that's like standing in solidarity and things, right? Like being all together on one page. If we're going to not, support H&M because they called our kid a monkey, then we all need to be doing that. Because when we look at our money, we're like $1 trillion. Like we hold, this is no cap, like $1 trillion worth of economic stance in our country. Just the Black community alone. And none of that is being cycled within our community. Like, I don't know if y'all seen Mike, what is his name? Killer Mike. He did that documentary on Netflix. Y'all seen that?
Yeah.
We seen that.
I've seen it. Yes.
Yeah, and like he wasn't able to live off a Black dollar. Like we ain't got no grocery stores, we ain't got no pharmacies. So long story short, like I'm in agreement with what y'all are talking about. I know you didn't want to talk about politics. All I was saying was simply this country was not built to support us. Systemic racism has been built to oppress people who look like us. So to look for them to support our community is dumb. Like we need to look at each other. Like what could we do amongst each other to bring our culture up? Because we're looking for the government to give us resources. If we're looking for the government to fix what's wrong in our communities, it's dumb. Like we really need to be focusing on the playbook of like the Black Panthers. You feel me? So I'm gonna say that. I said a lot. I don't want to take up and
No. Listen, sugar.
Y'all.
No, Stephanie, don't do that, baby. Listen, you can talk all you want here. You can talk all you want here. Don't stop. But what I was going to tell you is this.
Motherfucker in this corner. It's hot in a bitch now. I got this jacket on.
But what I was going to say is this. I like what you say, and I look at it from a different perspective. We've
Mhm.
been having the Willie Lynch conversation forever. One thing we do not talk
Yeah,
about is economics.
I agree. But
That's
can I
that's
say
the,
this piece?
go ahead.
Yeah, I agree with you. The economics piece definitely needs to be discussed. But if I'm mentally not if my mental is not solid, I don't care how much money, how much education you give me, I'm not going to be able to do right by the money. If mentally I'm disoriented, or mentally I'm not processing things appropriately. Like that's why we got motherfuckers like Candace Owens who making
But
money, but the,
but I'm gonna be real with you. The same talking points I've heard that 7 years ago.
I agree.
We've been talking about the whole mental thing is 7 years ago. I want us
I
to get
agree.
purely on economics. I'm gonna tell you why. Asians have the lowest turning voting turn. You know that, right? They don't
Mhm.
vote.
Mhm.
They don't vote. They're not on public assistance. All they get help only within their own community. Some of them are
Mhm.
even illegal aliens here.
Mhm.
If they want to get a loan, they go to an Asian. If they want to get support, they go to an Asian. If they want to get a job, they go to an Asian. The problem is us trying to figure out to create an ecosystem within another ecosystem. We've done it before. Booker T. Washington, if a lot of people go read his book, a lot of white people supported him, which they say he was a coon and a bootlicker, but nobody wanted to attack them people at Tuskegee because they wasn't out here asking for handouts. Don't get me wrong. I know we've been through some struggles, and I know we need to try to monetize that. But here's the thing: ain't nobody coming to save us. We still fighting. There's nobody coming to save us. You got all these people still marching, nobody coming to save us. We need to start having the conversations that are meaningful. We've talked enough about theories, being kings, coming from Africa, coming from Egypt. That's been done so much. I haven't heard nobody
Mhm.
talking about building factories, owning
Mhm.
farms, building schools. When we build the school, it's a school attached to public school where you still need the ecosystem. Asians go to their own school, but they do go to college now. But after they go to college, they go back right to work for Asians.
Yeah. And
I'm
so
telling
what I think you're talking, I think like when we are comparing our community to other communities that are more accepted in American culture, we kind of got to look at the differences. Like this system of ownership, this system of entrepreneurship, this system of creating community, let's keep it a buck, it is not the same story for Black people in America. Like we can compare to the Arabs, we can compare to the Asians, we can compare to the
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Mexicans, but the systemic racism is real in our country, to where it is something where it might be afforded to us, but let's keep it a buck. Like we talk about Booker T. Washington and Tuskegee, but like Black Wall Street was a thing, and I feel like that was a demise. You had things going on with like the syphilis outbreak in Mississippi where they're like sterilizing and giving. So like this system, like we have legit, we're not human beings. So like to compare us to Asians or to compare us to Arabs, our experience is different. I do agree with you. When are we going to be done with the talking and get to rectifying the problem, right? And when are we gonna come up with some solutions? And I think again, I agree what you're saying, like economics, and I feel, and tell me if I'm wrong. Like I really feel like what you're saying is like money's going to talk. So we got to get our money right if we want to get the culture right, because and I feel like you're saying like these other cultures got the money right. That's why they can afford to have a lot of these things, which is true. But I do think like and I'm not, I guess it is, I don't know if it's an excuse or maybe just a reasoning, but I feel like there have been attempts to do these things, but the barriers are so thick when it comes for Black people doing them.
Mhm.
Oftentimes it prevents us from moving forward. Dr. Umar is a great example of that. Somebody who doesn't have a whole lot of money tried to start up his own Black school, and it took 5 or 10 years for him to even do that. But then you got somebody like P. Diddy, Kanye West, goddamn LeBron James, who started up charter schools with their own money. You know what I mean? And so, like, does celebrity got to be attached to it? Like, it's so many different dynamics when we talk about the flourishment of our community. I'm with you though. we have to be able to find out some sort
Go,
some
go
sort of
ahead.
solution.
I
Y'all,
want
I
my
gotta
brother.
get out this. It's hot,
No, I ain't gonna lie,
hot as fuck in here.
I was
Go
going.
ahead.
I was getting another example. If y'all know about Tariq Nasheed, there's a hidden history museum that he did. That he raised money, raised money over $1 million, and he opened a
Yeah.
hidden history museum. And now he's having having people donate consistently to make sure it's nice and open. You about to say, go ahead, Hakeem. What you about to say?
No,
It's
All right, I gotta go.
it's a waste of money.
no. Muhammad has a question in the chat. Hakim, I don't know you see it for her.
Yeah.
Step away. Go crap. Do we?
So
Damn, she.
who is
No, she
your
had to go. She had to go. But go ahead.
who is your teacher when it comes to Black liberation?
Oh, she left. Yeah, shout out to her. Shout out to Stephanie Waskin.
Shout out to Stephanie. She'll
She was going
she'll
in.
be back in it soon. She'll be back soon. We'll
No,
get her again soon.
do a separate interview with her because she was.
Yeah, Stephanie, we need you to come back, Shawty.
I want to tell her, you like my voice. I want.
It's turn you on.
I thought you were gonna say that. No, but on a serious note, Hakeem, y'all two, man, that you already know I'm gonna clip that. You already know that I'm gonna clip that because I think it was a lot of gems, a lot of good was coming forward, and I think that's the conversation we need to have all the time because the problem is, mind you, when we leave, this will still be here. Chaos Culture Radio, all the stuff we post, all the things we talk about is gonna still be.
Yes.
We're gonna leave it for our kids so they could go ahead use it for whatever the case may be. But the information, it has to keep flourishing. It still has to go. The gospel has to be preached. But the only for it to happen, we gotta have these type of conversations. Not only that, but I was gonna ask her a question is, okay, because for our group, the most educated people out of our group are women. Why not the man team up with the women? Because you consider the women to be the most educated group of the men. Let's come together and let's build something. Let's use Let's use your education power. Let's use my hardship on resources, and let's go build the community that we need to build. The white man system is not a bad system if you understand the system. That's the problem. We don't understand the system, and I think that's what's hurting us in the long run than other communities.
So Muhammad asks, so who is your teacher when it comes to Black liberation?
You want me? Who, me?
He's asking for all of us.
I love Honorable Elijah Muhammad, Malcolm X. Not really Martin Luther King too much, but I get his concept. So that was it. Some of his teaching on Marcus Garvey. Dog, I got so many people. Jesus from the Bible. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like people like that. Like, even though I'm not a religious guy, but there's so many different components that can help for Black liberation. Booker T. Washington, like Hakeem said, especially that book Up From Slavery by Booker T. Washington. I think that's one of the best books of all times. That a lot of gems. And that's for me. Go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, like you just said, Marcus Garvey, Booker T. Washington, Huey P. Newton for the Black Panther Party, Malcolm X. It's a lot we could just learn from. Get this ticket, nitpicks anything and how we can be better for our community.
Booker T. Washington, Marcus Garvey, Elijah Muhammad, and Malcolm X. They all of them talk about Black nationalism, Black economics, doing for self, and that's Black liberation. Liberation is when you can finance your freedom.
No, Up From Slavery is deep. That's a real deep. But like the way that I'm saying, like that was say some of the studies. I was asking myself because a lot of people always stated like Black people struggle during slavery. They always talk about that. I was like, how you got Booker T. Washington, who was in politician, who was with white? That wasn't something. It made me ask questions like, okay,
and I feel like we focus on slavery a lot, but there's other stuff that Black people was doing. If you can talk about, if you go back to the Black Indians with the Black Seminoles and everything, there's other parts of Black history that we could talk about other than slavery. But the thing is, we already talk about the slavery, the depression, which is a mindset, which is killing us. What is killing us in our mindset and everything. But
Right.
you can know more about history other than slavery that happened back in our times, what Black people was doing. I think we need to talk about that more. That could definitely change our mindset, and we can really build what we need to be building.
Powerful statement you made. Boogie T say build where you are. I agree. As Hakeem, when Hakeem was talking about let's build a podcast, I'm always down to build. I'm always.
And listen, how many times I say we need to buy land?
Yeah, Hakeem Hakeem used to tell us that when we was young in the front porch.
Yeah, I said we need to buy land. We need to buy land. We need to build. And no offense to Tariq Nasheed, and I like what he's doing, but we don't need to be educated about our history so much. No. We know so much already. That's not going to feed people. That's not going to protect people. Some of us don't even know how to put a nail to a hammer.
No, because the problem is, as we get older, we tend to forget the days of old. Because we get older, we get hip to the new culture. So we're like, So that's why I think that's why he mentioned it so much. Like, hey, don't forget, we used to be slaves. You don't want to go back over there again.
We're so far removed from slavery. And this one thing I wanted to tell Stephanie is, a lot of you say it's true, but we're so far 70 years removed from there. I've never been through that. Now, mind you, Stephanie, forgive me when I say this, I'm of a person from the diaspora. So my way of thinking is a little bit different. I didn't get passed down trauma from generation to generation. So I look at it from a different point. You know what I mean? I'm saying is this. We can easily fix ourselves with one thing. We need to come together and we need to spend our own money. You want good food? You want good food? Get 20, 30 people. We go open up a supermarket and buy product and put it in there.
Yes.
You know what I mean? If one person do it, it's not going to work.
I agree.
So, you know what I'm saying? Cooperative economics is important. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So, you know.
The fact that you brought it to attention about economics, because I'm with that too.
Yeah.
I think for Black people to strive and to prosper, we need economics, and we need to learn about economics, and we need to learn how to create our own economics. Like, prime example, a lot of, like I say, I always say it a lot, how Black people don't even have savings account.
Yep.
We spend so much money, but then we don't have a savings account. And then when we do have a savings account, we're not using the same way it's supposed to be used. How we saving?
You're right. And slavery still exists in the pen. But here's the thing. If we pull together our resources and finances, we could start to fight some of this stuff.
Yes.
The game has changed the way we fight wars now. It's
Correct.
through a checkbook. It's through information. It's through knowledge. We need to acquire knowledge, resources, and money for us to protect the kids of the next future. The average white boy in Georgia know how to build the house by hand.
Yes.
The average white boy know how to build. He knows how to do plumbing and do all of this stuff, know how to shoot and hunt. Like we, if there was a crisis right now, a lot of young Black guys are starved.
Yeah, the Hispanic boys, they know how to build from scratch.
From scratch.
Hey, let me tell you how good they are. Like my manager, I don't know. He has a handyman skills. Like one of my coworkers, she broke her glasses, right? And she went to my manager. He found some type of wiring, some type of tape, and just fixed it. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm like, yo, I'm like, yo, that got me like, yo, I wish I could have skills like that. You know, a lot of us in the Black community, we don't have skills like that.
Yeah.
Mexicans, they will find something, they will fix it, they'll do something. They're automatic handymans. We not like that.
We used to be.
We did used to be. We
because we don't go to school for trade. We don't want to do trades anymore. We all want to be bosses. Like I can't say.
Yeah.
You all want to drink on Don Julio.
Don Julio Pond.
Be monetized. Have a one
Oh,
to get
Listen,
very handy.
millions of views.
listen. You want to know something? When we start making money, I'm gonna go become a carpenter.
Me too. I'm actually what my dad been teaching me. So I've been like learning like stuff about wiring and stuff. So like that what I'm saying, like because my dad's an actual full blown electrician.
Yeah.
When he got it, boom, created his own business, did his thing. So
I'm giving you a farm.
that was cool because I didn't understand it until now. Bro, electrician makes so much money, it's crazy.
Yeah.
If I would understand that now, well, everything happened for a reason. But if I would understand that now, because I understand it now, but if I would have got that information back then, like what I was supposed to, but I would have went to school for electrician, bro.
Basically,
money, crazy money. Plumbers, crazy money in Miami. They make so.
You know the best time to be a plumber is Thanksgiving.
Basically,
that's their Black Friday because that's what a lot of people eat, and then they.
Yeah, toilet.
That's when they use the number 2, and a lot of people toilets get clogged out.
Yeah, we messed up. That was at next time when if I do have children, I'm like, hey, don't be so quick to go to college. If you want to get a trade, I'm down for that, and I'm gonna tell them the trade to go for because they make.
Yeah, I got, like I said, when I get my daughter, I'm letting her know. I say, hey, this is what it is. This is where you make the money at, and this is what we need in our Black community. I'm gonna lay it down.
But at the end of the day, man, it's about that time. It's about that time. Ash age, she said one more thing. She like a lot of the kids, including school.
Yes, there are a lot of paths for kids, including school. 100%. Isn't that? He said, "Made men ain't wanna bees." It's same for Black liberation. Yep.
Yeah, school is very important, but the only problem with school is that student loan debt. People they trapped with that student loan debt is so sad. People are now they're not even working to get a house anymore. They're working to pay off that student loan debt.
Yeah. If you don't read, you don't read.
Yeah.
She said,
That's why, guys, it's also so very important to make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell on the right-hand side. Remember, we do go live each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 6 o'clock Eastern time. Like always, thank you for the First Lady. Jordan's wife is in the building.
Zakia.
Muhammad. Thank you.
Oh, my wife says our daughter, she's going to college. She said,
automatic. Hey, listen. She going to listen. Leave the heavy work to the man.
And it's going to be a HBCU at that too.
Yeah.
Heavy.
Heavy. Shout out to Ash A. Shout out to Motivating Vision. Shout out to Sugar Bun. Shout out to DB. Shout out to Jordan, your friend that came in, Stephanie Waskin, for coming.
Shout out to Stephanie Waskin, Queen.
Love to have you again on the show. Don't forget to come by anytime. Shout out to Ashton. Shout out to you. Shout out to Y High with the Y High. Shout out to Gore. Shout out to Miss Reed. I love Miss Reed. Shout out to Sherry buying her lovely son Sky. Shout out to DB Urban Noise, First Town, Florida. Hey, Urban Noise. Jesse Meow said, can you DM him? He wanna talk to you about the beats. I think, right, Hakeem? Because you want to know who produced the song, because he loved the song that you produced for Hakeem. So hopefully, Urban Noise, you heard what I said. Hit up Just Hit Me Out on Instagram. That's his name. Just Hit Me Out on Instagram. He want to talk to you guys about some producing, some music.
Yeah. Just hit me.
Go ahead, Hakeem.
No, he said, shout out to Seven Muhammad.
Shout out to Mean Street. Mean Street, man, don't go missing. Shout out to Joe, don't hurt him, and also shout out to the other subscriber on Twitch. And I'm trying to make sure that was it.
Oh, shout out to Aston Williams, Arkansas, stand up. Memphis, stand up. West Memphis, stand up.
Give him a shout out already.
Oh yeah,
But shout out to you guys, man, for always swinging by, man. We really do love the support, and also shout out to you guys that's also gonna watch playback. Make sure you drop a like, comment. Let us know you're a new subscriber. Let us know so we'll give you a shout out on the next show. And like always, make sure you go to KL Culture Radio Community tab. In the community tab, there's the KL Culture Radio T-shirt. That on. We also have different colors. The hats we're working on it. No stop, won't stop. Hakeem is working on it, so we'll get you up. And don't forget the coffee mug as well for you coffee drinker in the morning, and also for you. I mean, don't so you can use that as well. And as you drink your coffee in the morning, have a good read. Like Prince Hakeem Book, Black Love. Come over here and support the platform. And also shout out to the lovely Natasha Vincent, and also the lovely Berry White, because she always gives us a shout out. And also Jess, she was here as well. Jess J was in the chat. Shout out to you guys. Jess J, she also promoted our show as well. We really do greatly. And also Jabari, shout out to Jabari. He actually say his co-workers actually watch our show.
That's love.
That's love. That's love. And not that, but shout out to the people that actually watch us from other platforms like Spotify. Our numbers, and also that's been downloading. Our numbers been going up. I think Hakeem posted in the community tab.
Yep.
I can see that the hard work is paying off. I think we have over 10,000 downloads.
Oh yeah.
So the hard work is paying off. It pretty much paying off itself. We just coming over here, having dope content, having conversation that we know you guys will keep you enjoy. You see, we have a lot of laugh, a lot of cry, but it's a good show at the end of the day. And I really do greatly appreciate Hakeem and Jordan. Pretty much our dream come true. You know what I'm saying? Because we put in the work, guys. The year's almost over. We did amazing work. Almost 2,000 videos, bro.
2,000 videos. 2,000.
Over 10K downloads.
10K downloads.
Oh, shout out to another subscriber here.
This from Twitch. He said LeBron is the best basketball player of all time. That's a lie.
That's debatable.
That's debatable. Kobe Bryant.
MJ.
Black Mamba gang. That's
MJ.
it.
Kobe, my favorite player of all time. MJ, baby.
Now that, but you also got Larry Bird too, and you got Tim Duncan. Nobody talks about.
Yeah, Tim Duncan. He said that this is not a.
Catch us on the next one. But shout out to you guys that watch this on. Like always, thank you for tuning in to Cal Radio. We over and out.